Reporting live from Hypers Club in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony. Ari Lennox is receiving a lot of criticism after sharing her thoughts on the hit legendary sitcom Martin. Lennox revealed her feelings during podcast interview, and once the brief clip from the full episode was shared online, fans of the show were quick to jump in and defend the sitcom.
The thing that pissed me off about Martin was how much he would go on Pam. Like, I know, and this is coming from a girl who I love me a good, joking ass movie. And it, even when the joking movie is damn, that was fucked up. I'm not too woke or something is what I'm trying to say. I'm honestly not, I'm problematic. I'm pretty problematic, low key. But my point is that there are some things where I draw the line and it just bothered me. Or I don't know, it's Pam was so fucking beautiful and so fine. And I just feel like growing up as a chocolate girl, I don't even know if I was able to understand the greatness of Pam because of the light that I feel like I was being fed. You know what I'm saying? Of just always going on Pam, always that's all I remember. And I didn't like that. But so I feel conflicted because while I feel like this show is incredible and I feel like Martin is a legendary show and all of the actors and Tommy and everybody legendary, amazing. I adore them all. You have no idea. And I adore Martin. I adore him. it just would piss me off, the joking on Pam. I just didn't like that, I'll always kind of feel a way about that.
As fans of the popular series know, Martin and Pam would constantly trade insults at one another. However, as the show continues to age and has become available to a younger generation, the context in which its views have changed. What was once seen as lunch table roasting back in the 90s when the show aired can now be viewed as problematic and colorist in 2025. This is mainly due to the figures involved, as Tashina Arnold is a darker-skinned actress. Lennox claims is because of Martin's jokes towards Pam, it was difficult for her to understand the greatness of the character while growing up. Lennox's opinion got the internet talking about wokeness in comedy and viewing media from the past with knowledge we have today. Many online users would overwhelmingly disagree with what Lennox had to say on the topic, with some even offering explanations on why they felt Pam was a strong character that shouldn't be victimized and was no less attractive than her best friend Gina, played by Tisha Campbell. Ed Lover would share the comments Lennox made on his Instagram page, responding with, "Anyone agree with this? I sure don't." Now, on social media site X, the conversation would get even more heated as one more user would write, "The Martin-Pam discourse is disingenuous AF because not once throughout the entire run of that show was Pam's skin color ever brought up to clown her." Another social media user would accuse Lennox of ignoring all of Pam's positive attributes and only identifying with the negative ones, writing, "Conveniently leaving out how Pam always held her own is crazy. Ari Lennox saw herself in Martin's jokes. She couldn't see herself in fly, quick-witted, ambitious, independent Pam, and that's something she needs to talk to her therapist about." One more user would make the same observation as others, asking the question, "Correct me if I'm wrong, but Martin always joked about her naps, breath, and her not having a man. He never joked about her skin tone." Now, in defense of Ari Lennox, one social media user who would have the opposite opinion as most on the internet would say, "The reaction people are having to Ari Lennox saying that about Martin is absolutely how it is to be a dark-skinned woman. You bring up what factually happened because we know why Pam was treated the way she was on that show. But everyone tells you that's not the reason and to shut the F up." One user would offer another explanation for Martin's and Pam's constant arguments. Pam and Martin's beef was Pam not thinking he was good enough for her best friend, while Martin thought she was just jealous and miserable. Now, in the spirit of the show, one user wrote, "We all just told Ari Lennox to get to stepping in unison, and that's my type of carrying on. So, what do you guys think about Ari Lennox calling out the sitcom Martin for the constant jokes towards Pam? Do you agree? Do you think Martin's jokes towards Pam made it hard to see the greatness of the character? Were they rooted in colorism, or was it just comedy? Let us know in the comments below. And be sure to stay up to date with the latest news in comedy by subscribing here to our YouTube channel. And if you enjoy content like this, check out hypersclub.com to get a membership to watch full interviews and more original content. And if you have a story you think we should cover, send us a message now at hypealerts.com. Reporting live from Hypers Club in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony.